I want to start showcasing.
Are you running the show?
Yes, I am. You should come closer.
We should really throw them off.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm
gonna sit by you.
We can tighten this up a
All
lot.
right. All right. I'm gonna sit by him.
Okay.
We'll just it'll be really kind of fun, actually.
Okay, Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All right, we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Mrs. Ballack.
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovey.
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy.
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to the president's report. Student spotlight. Kayla Unruh, please. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. This evening, to highlight our student spotlight, we are really excited to have students from our local Montrose and Olathe FFA chapters here to tell us about their experience at the county fair. I will go ahead and let them get started here, and we'll start with students from our Olathe FFA chapter. So y'all would like to come up, introduce yourself, and share a little bit about your experience.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
Hi, I'm Peyton Briggs. I'm Riley Kimball. And I'm Addison Banuelos.
Wonderful. And can you all share a little bit about what you did at the fair and kind of your experience with it?
At fair this year, I showed lambs. I did shooting sports. In lambs this year, I did really well. I got grand in market and grand in senior showmanship.
Nice. Congratulations.
At County Fair this year, I showed market and breeding rabbits. I got reserve grand champion meat pen of 3, grand champion breeding rabbit, and grand champion senior showman. This year at fair, I showed lambs and cattle. I ended up winning all of my classes, and then my friend Tai Tai over here beat me. I had a very successful fair year. I got reserve and showmanship, and then I got grand and carcass. And then with my dogs, I won all 4 classes. And then in shooting sports, I had first in one class and second in the other.
Congratulations, you guys. You guys have any questions for them?
I just want to say the work that you all put in to show and to win is amazing. Because my daughter, Zuri, showed pigs, and I know all the effort that she had gone into that. So to win grand and to win all the things that you won takes a lot of work. So I'm proud of you for working so hard. It's hard, and you guys do a lot of good things, and you learn a lot too. I know you do, and you're a good shooter. You're a really good shooter. I got to like stand there and watch them shoot when I was helping out with the shotgun one. So, so anyway, good job.
And you represented your school very well throughout the week, as I was down there every day. So appreciate that.
Excellent. And now we actually have some students from the Montrose FFA chapter as well.
Good.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. My name is Madison Collin. This year at the county fair, I helped plan and put together our booth along with our float. We placed 3rd in the parade with our float. I exhibited a market steer and placed 2nd in my class with him. And then we had 22 members exhibit projects at the county fair, along with one of our members, Haiti Castro, getting crowned as the Montrose County Fair and Rodeo Queen. So very successful fair week for our chapter with lots of community involvement.
I'm Audrey Snyder, and this year at the county fair, I helped display our float and booth for our chapter. I also exhibited 2 market lambs, and I got 6th and 7th in my class with them.
I'm Morgan Fletcher. So I did not show inside the county fair this year, but in a couple weeks I am going to go up to the state fair to show my heifer off of my heifer wrangle project. The heifer wrangle project is basically just a system to where you get $1,500 in January, and then you can go in August and September and show your calf and your success off that calf. And then she should be bred and she'll expected the calf in February or March.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
I do have a question. So you don't show in the regular fair then with that heifer?
No, ma'am, I do not.
What is the what is the reason for that? Like,
So I didn't do it this.
sorry, gotta have the mic.
So I didn't do it this year just because number one, I missed weigh-ins, and number two, I didn't think she was big enough to show in the county fair. Looking at it now, I should have shown in the county fair maybe because I would have had a better chance.
Okay, but you still get to go to state, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thanks for your leadership and all your hard work. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thanks
guys for
explaining.
having us.
Yeah,
Thank Community partnerships and recognition. Don't care.
You again. Good to see a lot of me this evening. Thank you all. So we have 3 donations that we'd like to highlight for you all this evening too. First of all, starting with the Bank of Colorado, they donated $840 to the Northside Elementary School 2nd grade class to support a May field trip to the Eureka Science Center in Grand Junction. Next one, we'd like to highlight the Mount Hayden Rebecca Lodge, number 54. They donated $5,000 to Peak Academy to support their library fund. And finally, we'd like to thank Valley Restoration and Construction. They made a donation in May of $1,000 to the Montrose High School baseball team. Excellent with that. Any questions that you all have? Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board advisory committees, any updates?
The maintenance group met on Friday last week and just went through all of their summer projects and whatnot. They finished everything or just finishing things up. Things will be ready to go. One of the good news items was that when they got into the sewer system at Olathe Elementary, it was not as significant or difficult as they thought, so they were able to mitigate that. And so saved us a little bit on our capital reserve funds and things there. And they're getting ready to start putting projects together for this upcoming school year. And Matt is going to be making a presentation to us in terms of how that's going to work and do some presentations for us in his work. And I was very impressed with him and his organization skills and his vision for doing things. One of the things they purchased, I don't know what it was called, a thing that scopes septics and different lines and stuff. And they were able to do a lot of mitigation around the district. And it, one call would have paid for the machinery, so it's like they were able to find somebody to do all the work, so.
Preventive maintenance.
Like
stuff.
preventative maintenance, I guess that's what they're looking for. But anyway, yeah, there was a lot of good things. They got all those ramps done and all that good stuff. And they did some work at Cottonwood. I don't know, if we have a chance, we should watch Cottonwood Elementary as a greenhouse. That's pretty cool right now, I heard. And they did some work out at Oak Grove's farm out there. So if anybody has chances and can squeak out there and see those really cool things, okay, great.
Anything else?
No?
Okay, for last, kind of a board, last almost 4 years, I've been on the MURA, the Montrose Urban Renewal Authority, as the school district's representative. And I'm gonna drop off of that, so I just want to put that out there for anybody that might want to take my place on that board.
It's called the what?
MURA, Montrose Urban Renewal Authority. Montrose, the school district has a seat on the board.
Oh, okay.
Right now, we haven't been having a lot of meetings. When I first got on it, there was a lot more projects going out there, so we would meet close to almost once a month. But now it's maybe quarterly sometimes, depending on if there's anything going on, so it's not a big time commitment. It's usually during the week, during business hours, so it just makes a difference on who can be on there for that.
Can you explain, what do they look at? What kind of projects?
Okay, so MURA, there's a renewal authority. It's the Montrose, the outdoors, Colorado Outdoors. It's across from the Justice Center. So there's an area out there that they have a renewal authority in. And what the board does is, or what all the special districts that had taxing in that board, they've either decided to give all the taxes that come out of there or a portion of the taxes to the Mira board to help businesses that come in. You can help them with like parking lots and landscaping. And the board will help put in the roads and the utilities. So when the tax money comes in, they have that money that they can spend on there to do that, and the board decides how much will go to businesses. There's like usually presentations when new businesses are coming in. Right now, they haven't been doing much expansion, so there hasn't been a lot of meetings to go through to do this. But basically what happens is the districts still get the taxes for that was there for the barren land, but they're not collecting the extra taxes when it gets built out. That money goes into a pot. It's for 25 years. So in 2040 something, that district goes away, and then we start receiving the full taxes that we would have got from those properties. But at this time, it's just a way to encourage businesses to build on land that was just going to be barren. So future expansion will help out the property taxes and sales taxes that we receive.
Good, cool. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, doesn't look like we have anything. We're gonna go to community input. We have a couple speakers, so I'll go through our little spiel here. The board welcomes comments from our community members and has dedicated this portion of the agenda to providing an opportunity for the community to present positive comments, concerns, or complaints to the board. The board typically does not engage in discussion or provide an immediate response to the input, but will ask district staff to respond at an appropriate time. The board is committed to providing a safe environment where all members of the school community are treated with dignity and respect, and expects all speakers to exercise their speech rights responsibly. Please also recognize that students often attend or view our meetings. Speakers' remarks, therefore, should be suitable for an audience that includes kindergarten through 12th grade. Speakers will be heard in the order they signed up, and comments are limited to 3 minutes. Disruptive speakers may be asked to leave at the board president's discretion. Please stand and approach the podium when your name is called. After being recognized, please state your name for the record. Leah Vandersloot. Mrs. Laird, are you ready with the timer?
Good evening, board. I wanted to first preface my words with the fact that we all have different perspectives. And I'm presenting this from my perspective. And you might not agree with me, and I have no intention to attack or insult you guys. I respect you. I believe that over the years you have witnessed that I have been diplomatic and kind whenever I've spoken in front of this group. We are beginning a new school year with an opportunity to teach our kids well so that they will succeed in life. I have some questions for you. Will the district focus on the basics, reading, writing, arithmetic, etc., or social issues? Will we focus on putting the student's future as most important or pushing any personal agendas? Will we focus on increasing student numbers or making sure the students we do have are well trained? Will our emphasis be on bringing money into the district's coffers over the success of our students? Will our priorities be to strengthen the administration or put more money in the classroom? Will we focus on our students' happiness or prepare them with the skills such as critical thinking, math, reading, writing, balancing a checkbook, and problem solving, challenging them to learn lifelong skills and be able to function in society? As you know, going to school should not be about having fun, although that's part of it sometimes, but learning the necessary skills for life. As a board, you have a great responsibility to make decisions that edify, strengthen, and encourage and prepare our students for a productive life. Are you each able to face the repercussions of leading our students in an unhealthy direction which causes them to fail in our society? Children are precious, they are vulnerable, and can easily be misled. A great rabbi once talked about that if we cause one of these little ones to stumble, then there would be devastating repercussions as a result. This reveals the gravity of leading our kids astray. So please consider these words and know that we are all held accountable for how we influence others. Thank you.
John Brown. If you guys want to take off That's
Thank
fine.
you.
For making it
Funny, yeah.
John Brown. I'm really disappointed with the school district board. Twice, the MCA has come up and asked for accreditation, and twice you guys have voted them down. It brings new definition to the term stupidity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, and they never happen. For years, about the last 3 years or so, our numbers for reading and for math have been way down. Why couldn't you have given MCA a chance? Our whole goal is to vote for our children, as Leah just said. We have to give them every opportunity to succeed. If we want them to stay in Montrose, we've got to make it enticing for them once they graduate to go to a local school and then have a local job where they can have money to survive. If we can't give them the employment necessary because of their education, they're going to go elsewhere. We're going to be losing the viable resources that we have in our young people. We must do something about our schools and improve our training to our children. Give them the best possible training that they have. We all grew up, we had good training for the most part. And most of us turned out pretty good, I think, as far as our occupations or where we're at in life. But things are different in these days, totally different than they were back in the 50s, 60s, 80s, and even 90s. They're a lot different now than they were then. We need to afford that opportunity for our children. Please, do something to bolster our math and reading scores, and possibly if there's a way that we can have MCA reapply, let them reapply and show them that we really care about our children, not our own agenda.
Thank you. Moving on, we're going to go to consent agenda. Any items to be pulled from consent?
I'd like to do number 6 and number 9. They're kind of related, special ed.
6 and 9. Anything else?
Yeah, I would remember.
Did you have one, Jody?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the number on it.
Okay.
5.
Number 5. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda minus number 5, 6, and 9?
I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented except for numbers 5, 6, and 9.
Have a second, please.
I second it.
Any discussion? Mrs. Ballack?
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovde?
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy?
Aye.
Number 5, let's look at that, since that was the next number coming up. That's approval of a 3-year subscription to IXL Learning for secondary math and 6th through 12th grade ELA instruction in the amount of $142,031.25. Okay, what was your question?
Yeah, I just wanted to, so this is, if I understand correctly, it's to support the MTSS process and students who are needing help gaining those basic skills because they're behind or not where they need to be for whatever reason. Have we used it? And I mean, do we have data to support that, et cetera?
Yeah.
Put it up to the mic.
Yeah, I am.
She was listening.
I just wanted to make sure I had everything. Yes, we've been using this in many of our, I think 4 of our schools for the last several years, and now it's only really been used for a targeted population. Now we're going to be school-wide with it in many of the secondary schools, and it supports any learner at any level, so it's adaptive to their needs, so it can go up in grade level or down based on where the students are at in either ELA or math.
So it's an online type thing.
Yeah.
So they'll be assigned based on need, not just everybody gets the same lesson?
Correct.
Okay.
Question, does staff get trained on the IXL and just how to apply it
Yes. Yep.
for the students?
Yeah, there's an assessment that the students take at the beginning of the year. It's called a diagnostic. So they diagnose where students are at in their reading or in their math. And then that diagnostic shows the teacher where the student is, and then the teacher decides how to assign and how often and how much to assign to the students.
And this is done on their iPads?
It's
or-
iPad or Chromebook is what students have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a different world. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else on that? Okay, can I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve the purchase of a 3-year subscription to IXL for secondary math and 6th to 12th grade ELA instruction amount of $142,031.25.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All right, we're voting on a motion to approve the purchase of a 3-year subscription to IXL Learning for secondary math and 6th through 12th grade ELA instruction in the amount of $142,031.25. Mrs. Ballack.
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovey.
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy.
Aye.
Okay, number 6.
Okay, so
And
number 6 and number 9 are
did you want to
kind
kind
of
of talk to
related.
both of them?
Yeah, the one was for a speech language provider, and the other one was for a special ed teacher. And so the contracts are for like Zoom.
So Shannon can
Services.
speak to you about that.
Oh, good.
So you can ask her any questions you
Just
like.
how that presentation is to
I'm
kids, or
Shannon
how you
Oski.
work with the
Of
kids. or
course,
that.
yeah, I'm the special ed director. So just to answer your questions about the pulled items, the contracted services are for remote providers. In order for us to continue the students' services as per their IEPs. And we contract with them because we don't have any in-person candidates or licensed teachers here in Montrose to fulfill those services.
And we did this last year too, right? Correct, on both of those?
We
So
did, and
is
Shannon, the contract is able to be terminated at any time if
Yeah.
we do find someone, correct?
Yeah, we keep the postings active all year long. We have a cancellation clause within those contracts with the different providing agencies, in case we do find someone that's licensed in person, who can provide those services to our students.
May I ask, what is the salary for somebody who'd be coming in person? Because the amount is pretty high as far as contracting.
Yeah,
And if somebody was being paid that, I would imagine that would be,
yeah, it would depend
Enticing.
on the step and lane in which that in-person person would come into our district with.
mhm.
And it would just vary, depending on whether they're a related service provider or a teacher.
Is there like a para that goes with that can help them in person?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, so it's, the speech language providers, yes, especially if they're at the elementary level, we do have para and, support staff in person that provide assistance for students to get to the, session, to log on to the session and to be interactive, in the session. Secondary, it's a little different because those students can get themselves, to those sessions that are prearranged with the in-person case managers sometimes. And then the sped teacher, the contracted sped teacher can deliver service online. So we have them in a couple different sites, and for the services in which they have to go into the classroom, we do have support staff in person to help deliver those services.
Especially for the littles, yeah.
Yeah, they need.
And it seems like, did these contracts go up quite a bit from last year, or are they pretty close?
I think they're pretty close.
I think they're pretty close.
I think,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, it just seemed like they were.
Yeah.
I remember them coming through before, but. Okay, any more questions for Mrs. Janowski?
Has the step and lane been evaluated just for competitiveness to?
Well, and also to remember the step and lane salary, you would also have to add all of the benefits and the para and all of that. So what is published on the step and lane is one figure. Adding to that would be closer to this amount. I think we figured there's about a 10% difference, ultimately all in. So it is certainly more expensive, and we would absolutely prefer in person. So that's why we have the recruiting efforts that we do, including a referral referral bonus. So if you know anyone that qualifies for these positions, we would certainly love to have a conversation with them.
Okay, need to push that in that teacher cadet program. Maybe bring in special
And
speakers.
it's not, I mean, it's frustrating, you know, for us, but I think it's not just us on the Western Slope, it's across.
Right.
Not even just the state, it's like a real problem.
Yes.
And it's
And
unfortunate
now
because
that-
the students,
But because of COVID, we went went to this online and it's just become really popular across the world, so it's not.
Well, one of the things that we're also trying and starting this year is extending the TLA program at Johnson to special education. So we have some individuals in the TLA program specifically in special education that we are growing our own there as well. So it would be exciting to see if one of those students might be interested in taking a speech language path at some point. But we're trying about everything that we can think of.
Sorry, I was just gonna say we're growing our own in the school psychologist department too.
Oh, good.
Currently, so right now we have 2 students who are in their last year, so they'll be able to come in, which will help us immensely.
And we're fully staffed in counts, right? In that department, the
In
psychology.
for school psychs,
Yeah.
we do. We have 3 contracted employees with them too.
I need to cover your questions on
Yeah.
6 and 9.
Yeah.
I guess for cleanliness, we'll do each one individually.
Oh, okay. So number 6 first.
Thank
I
you.
move to approve payment to ProCare Therapy in the amount of $151,195.88 for a remote speech language provider.
Got a second? Any discussion? All right, we're voting on a motion to approve payment to ProCare Therapy in the amount of $151,195.88 for a remote speech language provider. Mrs. Ballack?
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Abdi?
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy?
Aye.
All right, let's move to number 9. Have a motion to
I
approve.
move to approve payment to Solium in the amount of $114,108 for contracted services.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, we have a motion to approve payment to Solient in the amount of $114,108 for contracted services. Mrs. Ballack?
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovde?
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy?
Aye.
Okay. So we're going to move on to new business and we're going to be talking about the renewal of the Vista Charter School contract. Dr. Stevenson.
Thank you. Luke and I have been working, for several months now. Siebert, the executive director of Vista, on his contract renewal for the next 5 years. That has gone very well. It's been a very collaborative process. There are really not major changes in the contract, some language updates, language changes matching what current practice is as far as timelines for payments and things like that. So it has been a very amicable process. We're very pleased with the results. Unfortunately, Luke couldn't be here tonight to help present this. The real major change, I think, would be changing the age of enrollment. Previously, it was age 16, and we just agreed for 9th through 12th grade, so grade level instead of an age level, because that got a little challenging when it came to freshmen. Do you accept the freshmen? Do you not accept the freshmen? But really, that really represents the biggest change in the contract. So some alignment with safety and security to make sure that we are aligned there. That is absolutely a desire for the school district to make sure that the Vista charter school has the same level of rigor when it comes to the safety and security of their building. So we'll be working for the next 5 years with them to make sure that all of their systems are upgraded to the level where they need to be, and we can coordinate any safety incidents that were to happen there. So Other than that, there's really not a whole lot to share. The contract is in board docs for your approval.
It was long.
Yeah, it is long, yeah.
So after they had come to us, I've been in and out of Vista throughout the last school year. I attended their graduation, and it was, I think, their largest class, or close to their largest class
did
that
have a
they
large
had
class.
ever graduated, and it was just fun to talk to those kids and those families about the work that Vista does. So, and Luke seemed terribly excited.
Yeah.
About things, so.
So I think we're off to a good start.
And then just to clarify, they utilize Infinite Campus services?
They do.
Like utilize our IT folks? Okay.
Yes.
And then special education, I know they have their own special education instructors, but they submit to us like all the documentation just for compliance?
So we have to provide them special education support. In return, we keep IDEA funds to help offset the costs of that oversight. So that's one of the ways that we compensate for that special education support. But if they were to need to do anything that was beyond whatever skill set they had employed, we would help with that. And then, contract services for technology, anything that they need is related to technology would be purchase services. So that's all outlined in the agreement as well.
Okay.
They do also get the pass-through ECEA sped money from the state. Based on their number of sped students.
I didn't say that.
Based on the number of special education students they have.
But what did you call it again?
It's ECEA.
Okay, yeah.
It's state funding, categorical state funding. So they get that pass-through like for per pupil revenue.
Okay.
And the calculation for that is outlined in the contract as well.
Okay, because I thought that they were supposed to get the IDEA funds completely, like 100% of it.
We're not required to pass those through. We can keep those for oversight costs, so.
Thank you.
Any more questions about the contract? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the Vista Charter School contract as presented.
Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All right, we're voting to approve the Vista Charter School contract as presented. Mrs. Bellick?
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovde?
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy?
Aye.
And it seems to be about the end of our agenda. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Okay, we're having a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mrs. Bellick?
Aye.
Mr. Bush votes aye. Mrs. Hovde?
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
It's an easy one. Let's do it. I said the only thing you do is, this is the, you never know.